As it currently sits, the Clippers are the 13th seed in the Western Conference. They are currently the 13th seed in the Western Conference in the NBA. We couldn't ask or expect a worse performance of the year. The Clippers, they had an interesting signings with John Collins, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, and we all know the controversy that happened with that between him and Coach Lue and the coaching staff. But listen, water under the bridge. A healthy Kawhi Leonard, a healthy James Harden are stuck at the 13th seed, but a lot of people can't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the Clippers at home just beat the Lakers by about 20 points yesterday. It was a great win. The Clippers that are the 13th seed beat the 4th seed Lakers with their healthy players. There's no excuses for them. Luka was healthy, LeBron was healthy, and truth be told, listen, I've never rooted for a team harder than the Clippers in my life. I love the Clippers. So maybe it comes from like a little bit of a biased point of view. But the Clippers, I've never rooted for a team, and it started late too. It started really late, but it was in 2023. And I remember watching the playoffs every game, and they lost in the first round versus the Dallas Mavericks. This was when Kyrie Irving, literally, probably thanks to him, and Luka had some moments, but thanks to Kyrie Irving, he like single-handedly destroyed the Clippers, and I was rooting for them hard. But Kawhi Leonard yesterday, and I was rooting for them hard. This is when they had Westbrook and Harden just got on the team, and this was the year when Harden signed to the team, and then they went like 0-5, but then they figured it out and went on like I forget how many game winning streak. But they started to figure it out, and then they eventually made the playoffs, and their chemistry was like A1. But yeah, I love the Clippers. I truly do love the Clippers. So it might be coming from a biased point of view when I say this. And again, they beat the Lakers yesterday even without the Zubac. They beat the Clippers without Zubac. So imagine if Zubac was healthy. What the score would look like then. Ivica is like you could argue at least last season, even this season, I don't care what you say, a top 10 center in the NBA. So it might be coming from a biased point of view when I say this, but the Clippers can still go to the playoffs. I don't care what you say. It comes from no biased point of view. The Clippers just beat the 4th seed Lakers, and they've been neck and neck, losing by this much. If they can just get in a groove before the All-Star, there's still a second half to the season remaining of the 82-game portion of the regular season in the NBA. If they can just keep on this momentum, figure it out a little bit step by step, keep in the game, not give up on defensive possessions, keep playing together, who knows what can happen. They're the 13th seed right now. The 10th seed, just to make the play-ins, are sitting at 12 games. So if the Trailblazers, and like I said, it's still early in the season. We're not even halfway yet. We're not even halfway through the season yet. I'm telling you right now, with full confidence, I think the Clippers are going to make the playoffs. I think minimum they're going to become the 10th seed in the Western Conference. They're going to win their play-in games. It's going to be kind of similar to what the Mavericks were last year. Remember when the Mavericks with Anthony Davis and Kyrie was injured at the time, but they were a play-in team. And they lost. I think they played the Kings, but they were a playing team. They lost a playing game to the Grizzlies, I think, and then the Grizzlies ended up facing Oklahoma City, and they got swept in the playoffs. I forget. It went something around that range, but I think it's going to be similar to what the Mavericks were last year. The Clippers make the play-in at the 10th seed. They win those games, and then they're actually able to make the playoffs. You can call me delusional. I don't care. If you see stats like this, Kawhi Leonard yesterday night dropped 32 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and was a plus 16 in 42 minutes. If Kawhi Leonard stays healthy, I've said this, and you know, people call me crazy for saying it. When I've been saying it for years. And you can have your own GOAT, you know, LeBron, Jordan. I mean, those are all great recommendations. But me personally, Kawhi Leonard is the greatest player. Me personally, Kawhi Leonard is the greatest NBA player ever. And when he's healthy, he's the greatest player in the NBA. Don't care what you say. I don't care. I don't care. Some people say Steph Curry. Some people, of course, it's Michael Jordan and LeBron James. You're only saying that because you're programmed to say it, right? If you only, who do you like? Who's better, Jordan or LeBron? You're only saying that because you're programmed to say it through years of media and years of debate. And that question is just set up in a way that that question is set up in a way that like nobody else could possibly be the greatest of all time, which we all know is a lie. Right? Like, why does it have to be Jordan? Why does it have to be LeBron? Why does it have to be any of them? I have my own personal taste. I think, and this is my opinion, I'm not saying it's a fact. This is my opinion. This is the Motaps opinion. This is the greatest player in NBA history, Kawhi Leonard. And if he wasn't injury prone, if he didn't have these silly, stupid injuries, these menacing, these stupid, riddling injuries throughout these years, I think he could have really done something special and helped the Clippers. Remember that one year when the Clippers in 2020, in 2023, in 2024, when they're in the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard was injured. He came back for some games against the Mavericks, but he wasn't his regular self. He couldn't handle that burden because he was still injured. But when he's healthy, I've seen what he can do, man. In 2024, when the Celtics were the best team in the NBA, Clippers went to Boston, and Kawhi Leonard destroyed the Celtics single-handedly. Reverse spin dunks, dunking on people. This is the greatest player, in my opinion. And if he can stay healthy with James Harden, we've seen what James Harden can do all year. We've seen what James Harden can do all year. James Harden, 50 point games already this season? I mean, James Harden is not a scrub now. I understand that they're giving like rookies like Kobe Sanders more minutes, but that doesn't really mean anything because he's still a player. I really believe it in my heart, guys. The Clippers can still make a run. At least for the 10th seed. The Clippers are going to the playoffs. You can bet it.